we discussed about critical angle. Here now it is about total internal reflection. So critical angle is for a given incidence ray, if the refracted ray is 90 degrees with the normal, that is critical angle. Now when a light ray travels from here, also the medium is important, denser medium to rarer medium. Right? If the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, then the light ray does not refracts, but it reflects to the same denser medium, and it is nothing but total internal reflection. So clearly you can observe by the statement. So if the light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, if the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, that means if the refracted ray is 90 degrees to the normal, that is critical angle. If refracted ray is greater than the 90 degrees, then the light ray does not refract, but it reflects to the same denser medium. Clear? So, and it is nothing but total internal reflection, simply we called as TIR. And there are two conditions to form the total internal reflection. First condition is light should travel from denser medium to rarer medium, and the angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle. Right? These are the two conditions for formation of total internal reflection. So let's see the three, like refraction, right? Critical angle, total internal reflection. So let's see the reflection first. Reflection, that means it is a surface, let's say it is a glass in the sense mirror. It is a normal line, it is the angle of incidence, and it is the incident ray. So since it is a mirror, the light does not travel through the mirror, so it gets reflects. Right? So it is the angle of reflection, it is reflected ray. Here. Now refraction. These are the two mediums, medium 1 and medium 2, let's say medium 1 and medium 2, or simply called as rarer medium and denser medium. So it is denser medium, it is rarer medium, it is the normal line, right? It is the angle of incidence I, and it is the incident ray. So to this incident ray, since it is a denser medium, the medium is denser. So for this, the light, since the it is a denser medium, so if the light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. It is theta 2 and it is a refracted ray. Here, for this incident ray, it is the refracted ray, and to form the critical angle, we are taking the same medium, denser medium and rarer medium, right? So it is denser, and it is rarer medium. This is the normal line. This is the, here it is theta 1 with some angle. It is also theta 1 with the increasing angle. It is the incident ray. So to this incident ray, here also the light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, so that angle of refraction increases. So it is, for this incident ray, it is the angle of refraction. Here theta is equal to 90 degrees and it is the refracted ray. So here the refracted ray makes 90 degrees with the normal line. So this is happens if we increasing the angle of incidence in the denser medium. Now if we further increase the angle of incidence, and if the light travels from the same medium, that means the denser medium to rarer medium, so it is the normal line, and now the angle increases. Theta 1, it is the incident ray, and it is the denser medium, and it is the rarer medium. So in the previous case, the refracted ray makes 90 degrees with the normal, but here if we further increase this angle of incidence, the light reflects to the same medium, same denser medium. Here is the reflected. So the four we can see here: reflection, right? Highly polished smooth surface. Refraction, the beginning of light ray. Critical angle, the refracted ray makes 90 degrees with the normal. Total internal reflection. If the angle of incidence, for angle of incidence, so that the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, so that the total internal reflection forms. Here, so mark here it is theta 2, and here theta 1, it is nothing but critical angle. It is nothing but critical angle. Some consequences of total internal reflection. First one, in very hot summer days, the mirages are formed. Right? In hot summer days, we can see the mirages. That means Endamavulu. So mirages are formed in hot summer days. And in some cold countries, due to this total internal reflection, the loomings are formed. So mirages are due to mirages and loomings are due to total internal reflection only, but looming is opposite to the mirages, right? So this is happened due to total internal reflection. Clear? So the rainbow is formed due to total internal reflection, and Sparkling of diamond is also due to this total internal reflection. And air bubble in water appears to be shining. Due to this total internal reflection, right? An empty test tube through glass shines when we place near to eyes. So that is due to total internal reflection. And also that optical fiber cable OFC cables works on total internal reflections, right? So these are some consequences of total internal reflection, right? So optical fibers are used in telecommunications and medical fields to diagnosis. Finally, it is principle of reversibility of light. So it states that the light follows the exactly same direction if path is reversed. For example, if you are sending the light ray in this direction from this side, then the light goes in this direction. Or if the path is reversed, now if we are sending the light ray in this direction, so the light travels in the same path initially with which part it travels, right? So this principle of reversibility is used in designing of optical systems and in constructing the optical images, right? So by using this principle of reversibility of light, we can design optical systems and construction of optical images produced by those systems. So let's see. So it is the medium one, and it is the medium one, and it is the medium two, medium one, medium two. Clear? And it is the normal line. It is the angle of it is the incident ray, and it is the angle of incidence I1. Let's say I1. So these are two different mediums. Let's say it is a denser or it is the error. Clear? So since the light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. It is the refracted ray. It is the angle of refraction. Clear? So let's say the light travels from A to B in the medium 1 and B to C in the medium 2, right? So this can be given as mu1 sin I1 is equal to mu2 sin R1. Mu1 sin I1 is equal to mu2 sin R1. Clear? So this is by Snell's law. That means mu1 by mu2 is equal to sin R1 by sin I1. So initially the light travels from A to B and B to C. Now the direction of light is reversed. C, B. Let's say now the light is traveled in this direction. Clear? Let's say it is the I2, angle of incidence I2. Since already we take I1. Now to this incident ray, the light travels in this direction. It is angle of incidence, angle of refraction R2. Initially the light travels from A to B and B to C. Now the light is projected from C, so that the light travels from medium 2 is mu2, it is medium 1, mu1. Since if we compare these both A, B, C, so the paths are same. The light travels from A to B and B to C. So here also, if the light projected from C, so that it travels from C to B and finally B to A. So here it can be given as it is the incident. Here medium 2 is acting as a incident ray. So mu2 sin I2 is equal to mu1 sin R2. Clear? Now mu1 by mu2, mu1 by mu2 is equal to sin I2 by sin R2. So here mu1 it is, send this mu2 to right hand side. So mu1 by mu2 is equal to, send this R2 sin R2 to left hand side. So sin I2 by sin R2, equation 2. Now by equating one and 2, so here mu1 by mu2 is equal to sin R1 by sin I1. Here also mu1 by mu2 is equal to sin I2 by R2. By equating, that implies equation 1 is equal to equation 2. So that implies mu1 is equal to sin R1, that is equal to, here mu1 is sin I2. So mu2 is equal to sin I1. So here mu2 is equal to sin R1. So sin R2. Here. So mu1, equating the numerators, mu1 is equal to sin R1. Here numerator is mu1 is equal to sin I2. mu1, mu1. So both are equal. So these both numerators are equal. Sin R1 is equal to sin I2. So denominators are equal here. mu2, mu2. So sin I1 is equal to sin R2. So by this we can, from these equations we can say that R1 is equal to I2 and I1 is equal to R2. So from this it is I1. So this I1 is equal to, it is R2. I1 is equal to R2 and R1 is equal to I2. So from this we got this. So this principle of the light having the principle of reversibility. From this we can say that. So from this finally we can conclude that the direction of light ray is reversed. So finally we can conclude that the direction of light ray is reversed. That's it.